For many years I dreamt of having my land, planning it, and living sustainably with nature. In the past, all I could grow were my indoor plants and plants that I had on a small balcony I had. This dream of having a land was influenced by my love of being in nature, my hobby of growing a wide variety of plants, such as olive tree and banana trees, and my studies in landscape architecture. A few years ago, my dream came true, and I decided to buy land that could be a future homestead, and soon a camping area for me and my family, with a cabin. I chose this land because it is both challenging and has beautiful areas. Although it is mostly desert, it has a heathland area that is diverse, beautiful, and ecologically important bird species such as the Eurasian whimbrel and the European golden plover. This land is 3 hectares, or about 7 acres. My thesis in landscape architecture studies was about how I could use permaculture principles to design this land. The main takeaway from that work was that 1/3 of it I am changing from desert into mostly birch tree forest. 1/3 I plan to leave as is. It is a heathland and bird area. It is connected with a bigger heathland and water conservation area. And lastly, 1/3 will be a mixed area with buildings, infrastructure, trees for windbreaks, growing area, garden, and so on. So 1/3 of the land will be for me and my family. 2/3 will be more of a nature. I have made a lot of mistakes in the first 3 years. I have lost hundreds of trees due to bad conditions such as dust storms and frost lift. The first cabin I bought blew away in a storm 2 years ago. I paid for the setup of the cabin, which was not done properly. But I still have the foundations that are 10 square meters and in okay conditions. So I plan on building on top of the foundations or a small cabin for a toilet and storage. 2 years ago there was a lot of available fertile soil that came from construction area nearby. And knowing that it would be a big and quick solution for me to maybe be able to grow more on the property, I ignored the principle of small incremental changes and ordered a whole lot of soil. I think it was about 50 trucks of soil. And I had it placed in a desert area on the land. I told them to roughly flat it out, but not all the way. But when I came to look, I saw the whole area, which is about 600 square meters, was compacted. So the soil itself was unusable to grow anything useful. Not even potatoes grew properly there. So I had to think again about how I would use that soil. Afterwards, I did a little experiment where I dug 25 square meter bowl, about 270 square foot. I brought in some new soil that was not compacted and planted in a circle, a mix of shrubs and strawberries, and I even mixed in seeds of clover. This bowl has worked well. I have got a lot of strawberries from it, and there is no need to water. This design made the plants more protected from wind and create a good microclimate. I also used hay on top of the soil. So in the future I plan to make more similar bowls in this compacted soil area. This is a good example of how even big mistakes can leave good opportunities. I had to recalibrate and think again after my new area did not work the way I had planned. I have learned to do smaller changes and experiments, to let go of the idea of quick fixes, and to realize that this is a marathon, not a sprint.